If you're someone who's pretty or socially deemed attractive, even if you're attractive in the slightest degree, you need to learn how to be a bitch, and let me explain why. If you're wondering, oh, how do I know if I'm pretty, or how do I know if I'm attractive? I'll answer that by telling you how I know I'm pretty. First way I know is by how people react when I walk into a room. Like seeing the reaction on their face when they see me, that's how I know. I also have a mirror at home and I have eyes. Like I know what the fuck I see. I also get compliments from men, women, and I also sometimes get it from children. If you can relate or if you can identify with this, then this is for you. The first reason why you need to be a bitch is because you are going to be a beacon, a trigger for everybody. Okay, not everybody, but for most people. The reason for that is you are a physical representation of someone they wish they could be, sadly. Think of yourself like a mirror to them. You're going to be constantly reminding them of everything they don't like about themselves, especially things they don't like about themselves physically. And because you trigger them, it doesn't matter if you're kind, it doesn't matter if you're a good person. They are gonna find reasons to hate you. This is where you really have to do the work to get to know yourself and know who you are, because they are gonna be picking at everything. For example, your character. Even if you think you're doing right by people, they're gonna find something wrong with the things you do. You're gonna be held to like a very, very high standard, a standard that they don't even hold upon themselves, mind you. So when you make like minor mistakes or very human mistakes, that just goes over their head. This is gonna feel unfair because it is. And if this was happening to any normal person, what they would want to do is bring it up to them, right? And want to work it out. But if you are someone who is pretty or attractive, I do not recommend doing that because you are not a normal person. What I mean by that is you are not a normal person to them. Bringing that up to them is just gonna add fuel for them to further damage your reputation, because trust me, they're already damaging your reputation behind your back. You're gonna need to make people uncomfortable with treating you this way. And I'm not saying be violent. I'm not saying you need to shout at them, but I'm saying you need to come off as someone that doesn't take that. When you're someone who is pretty, you need to have like a level of bitchiness to you so that people can respect you. So remaining kind and remaining a good person is actually not helping you. The second reason why you need to be a bitch is in society, there's always this hierarchy. And when it comes to you, they want to knock you down a few pegs. If you are someone who's humble and looks don't really matter to you, you treat everybody around you as equal and you don't place yourself on a pedestal, you don't have to place yourself on a pedestal. They'll put you there. Even though in their mind, they're the one that's putting you up on this pedestal, they're still not going to like you for it because they can't help but put you up there, because this is the way society has conditioned us, because that is the society that we live in. We live in a society where beauty is currency. The more healthy and beautiful you are, the higher up the social hierarchy you are. Even if you tell yourself that you don't want to play into this and you don't want to participate in that type of negativity, you're going to keep running into the same problem, because it's human nature for people to play these power dynamics. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So you might as well learn to protect yourself. And this is not to tell you to be a bitch just to be a bitch. This will actually help you in your social interactions a lot more. You'll find that if you have some level of bitchiness to you, your friendships are a lot better too. People will also treat you better because, again, these power dynamics. I could talk about this all day, and there's actually way more into this subject. It just goes way more deeper, but I wanted to focus on those main two reasons, and hopefully this helps you out there. Hopefully it stops the confusion for you, because it can be hard. Just know that you can still be yourself. You can still be the loving, good person that you are. You just have to be picky with who. I hope this helps.